Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Giants have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Chargers going up against the Giants.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the now Los Angeles Chargers. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well, but I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running department.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now Anthony Lynn, sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here. Here's a carry for Oliver. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. They run with a fifth-round man, Paul Perkins. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They go with Perkins again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The 4th-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Here's Perkins on 1st down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So they're operating in the red zone. On 2nd down, here's Manning. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. From the gun, Rivers. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Sean Weatherspoon coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Marshall, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Perkins on the give from Manning. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy, because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beaten on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back near his goal line, Rivers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson, and fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. A toss play, Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him. And that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Second down, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The second quarter score from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Going to give it to Perkins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really, the offensive line not helping him much. Now Manning throwing on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And Vereen, sure-handed as he is, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Damon Harrison getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Out of his end zone, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of see that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Throwing on first down is Manning. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On the run, it's Perkins. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. On 4th down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas, for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. passes, puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Oh, twisting away. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
While that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And now with the play clock winding down, Ben McAdoo's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. From the gun, Manning, and bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Manning now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Sean Weatherspoon. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The offense on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third and goal. They'll try to run it with Vereen. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
On 4th down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas, for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Giants on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd down following the run. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Darian Thompson, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Manning, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, Rivers. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jay Bromley in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Weatherspoon. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland, and the Browns have moved out in front there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Giants on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Manning. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now Perkins. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. They'll run. It's Vereen. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Giants on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run again with Vereen. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Vereen. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run here with Vereen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Rosas puts this one through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game. And to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him accomplish.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. A big play there for the Giants. 66 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Giants on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll just about log on to EASports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.